All right, so we are Team HIM and I'll start the presentation now. So we are Bin, Ken, Eric, and Paul. And in the context of the Star 999 project, we looked at the issue of public awareness and engagement with the topic of ambulance services. So in particular, we investigated the how might we question, how might we make children admire emergency responders? And in the next 12 minutes, we will present our analysis of the issue and demonstrate our ideas that are potential solutions to the problem. Therefore, our presentation is structured as follows. We will first show our design brief, which we use to tackle the issues. Then we will present 4 of our ideas that might be potential solutions. And finally, we combine the ideas to form one concept for which we will discuss assumptions, ways to test them, and look at success measures. Okay, so this slide shows our design brief. It's a very simplified version of our design brief. That is because of time constraints. And I will not cover every detail of it, but I'll go through it quickly. So the project description starts with our how might we question, which is how might we make children admire emergency responders. And it also states the broader context, which is engage children and families in the topic of ambulance medicine. Constraints that we are facing in solving this project are time, money, and cultural differences. And our target users are children and their families in Vietnam, especially in Ho Chi Minh City and Hanoi. Success metrics that our solutions should work towards are awareness, so awareness of the topic of ambulance medicine, ambulance services, and knowledge about the issue. And we revisited during the process of working on our project, we revisited this design brief several times to make sure that we kept on track and were solving the right problem. Starting the ideation, we used a creative matrix for structured brainstorming, and this is the first idea we came up with. The first idea is organizing an open day at Star 999. The purpose of this would be to familiarize people with the topic of ambulance services and move the conversation to a more personal level. So such an open day event would be hosted at Star 999, where guests could participate in different workshops and tours to learn about the work of an ambulance services. The guests of such an event would be our target users, which we talked about in the design brief, that are children and their families. And further stakeholders include the relevant authorities, which you need to contact to organize such an event in Vietnam, and the staff of Star 999. This slide shows 2 prototypes of how this event could be announced and advertised. In the following, we will hear about ideas that could be part of such an event, at open day event, but could be standalone ideas too. And I will pass the word to Ken.
Yeah, thank you, Paul. Regarding to our team research and brainstorming matrix, so I'm presenting my idea of children practical plays. We did some research about children knowledge and skill when emergency happen. We found out that they do not know how to react in an emergency. At different ages, they also have different behavior and awareness of dealing with emergency. So I think that we should come up with a formulation that the idea to show them a real emergency situation look like. Also, for parents, it is very important to raise the point of education kids action in emergency. This is surviving skill needed for kids. So my idea is to invite celebrities who kids love, so they will act in the place to be engaging and quickly share, spreadly share in social media and share in public. The place will show a real case of emergency situation. For example, like a kid is staying home with his grandfather when the parents going out for work. The grandfather has a heart attack. So in this case, the kid is confused how to react and seek for help. The storyline will lead the confused reaction to reaction calling Star 999 ambulance service, and he will feel like a hero to save his grandfather. So now Ben will present his idea. Thank you.
Hello, Kat and our lasses. My name is Ben. I will continue to introduce our resume star 9999 projects with our ID number 3. Students in Ho Chi Minh City will have changed to experience the operation and learn about the family Linux, especially the call center and ambulances. The main activities of this experience tool is let the majority of students to visualize, touch, and even conduct a trial different medical facility such as medical bandage, stair chair, and make phone call to star 999 hotline to experience what will happen. And even they can travel on a real ambulance. So the aim of this activity is to help star 999 reach out a wider range of awareness from both Vietnamese and expat families. So next, my friend Eric will introduce to you our last idea.
Okay, the next idea is an honorary diploma. The purpose of this program is to teach students how to deal with emergencies. Of course, the program consists of interesting and challenging tasks for children. For example, this event consists of a variety of programs, including experienced ambulances and emergency call center. Through this program, kids learn why an ambulance should be used in case of an emergency. The characteristic of this program is that you can get a diploma with some gift when you complete all courses. I think completing all the courses will help kids to recognize how to deal with the emergency and to familiarize themselves with the awareness of ambulance services. Next slide. My team members have proposed 4 ideas to solve how might we make children admire emergency responders. Combining these 4 ideas, my team proposed an Open Day as Star 9999 program. This program teaches children how to respond quickly to emergencies and help them become familiar with ambulance services. Open Day program consists of the children practical plays, a day in life as first aid response, and an honorary diploma. Our main assumption focus on desirability. First of all, Vietnamese, especially citizens who lived in Ho Chi Minh City, are interested in such events and workshops. And therefore, a lot of people will participate in this program if the company makes programs that are interesting and attracting children's attention. Second, the workshops are successful in creating awareness. Many studies showed that experience education is effective. I think education is necessary to develop students' ability to cope with emergencies. The experience programs are the most appropriate method. Finally, it is necessary to raise awareness of children through experience education, as I mentioned before. So it would be effective to create a program in a company like Star 9999, which specializes in ambulance services. And it is necessary to study ways to provide programs that can raise awareness through kids. And next, can explain that how to test the assumptions.
Yeah, thank you, Eric. So as Eric mentioned, that we have 2 main assumptions. One is we need to find out the number of people who attend the events. The second one is about the awareness and the knowledge of people who attend at the events. So for the first assumption, we test by online survey by phone, so we can figure out how many number of people is it enough, and do people will people attend at the event. So we're gonna test that number by calling for information and online survey. We think that is very important and easy to test. The assumption number 2 is about the knowledge and awareness of ambulance service, and we test by conducting an online interview and online survey for people. So we think that we build up on the survey about do people know about ambulance service? Do they care about emergency? Do they really want it? So from that we can evaluate that how much they want, how much they care, how much they know about it, so we can launch the event or not. Yeah, this is the assumption testing for assumption number 2. So we think that is more typical because more about qualitative interview. Yeah, thank you. Now Ben will talk about the expected measure and the outcome.
Thank you, Nhật. To better examine the feasibility and practice of our idea, we have brainstormed to some expected outcome and its measurement using budget note, and then we group them into related terms. We have set 2 key performance index that is measurable to understand the usefulness of our concept. Firstly, we will take a visualization into the demographic of our attendance, including number of participants, age, gender, and family backgrounds. To measure this, we will carefully observe the attendees and take note of how many new subscribers generated after each event. Second KPI is the study on the effectiveness of our delivery content. In other words, we want to know that how much stakeholder aware about families Linux services. By using mind mapping, we want to reach this criteria by giving survey, questionnaire, interview with key stakeholder after the event. Moreover, the interaction online will also be conserved in our measurements. This is the end of our presentation. So thank you for listening. If you have any question, don't hesitate to ask us.